commiserations. How do you assess that performance overall?
I think the conclusion of today is that the team saw a good performance, but we didn't get a good result. So, first of all, like always I say, the thing that the coaches we have is the option to make a good performance, trying to get the result. And sometimes it's not going to be like this. Then we need to accept. We need to continue growing as a team, and we need to continue learning from the situation. But for me, the most important learning from today from the game was like we find the spirit, we find the effort, how we need to face the championship games.
Yeah, it was a very difficult opponent, but it looked like you were heading for a draw before that late mistake proved costly. That would have been a really good start, wouldn't it, if you'd managed to see it through?
Of course, after you didn't get any point is very positive. Like if you think that you will be half at one point, will be very positive. We wanted to be. I think the team was every time in the game. After we conceded the goal, we didn't give up. We continued trying to go to get something else. As a result, we couldn't do enough things to change the result. But I think I was thinking that every time the team was with options to have something positive into the game, because the team was defending very aggressive, was the team I feel comfortable in defense. And always I try that we can have players that can balance the game. And my idea was to arrive to the last minutes with the option to unbalance the game for us.
You had plenty of possession and plenty of territory, but again, struggled to create real chances in front of goal. Is that something that's just going to come with training, or is there more that you can? What more can you do to help the team there?
I think we need to, first of all, like I say, you find the effort to compete the games. Second thing, from the attack point of view, of course, I think we play a lot of minutes, sharing a lot of throw-ins with the opponent, where they didn't play, where they didn't move the ball from the throw-in, and we couldn't do neither. So I think one of the points that we need to improve is, like, of course, the attack and throw-ins, trying to have the ball and trying to create chances from these situations. They, for me, did a good pressing. They don't allow us to play from the back. In this moment, we had to play sometimes long. And I think with these two situations, we can have more time the ball. And having more time the ball, we can have more options to progress on the pitch and to create the chances. And of course, what we want to do with attack is to create chances, but we know with a opponent we have in front of us. And just to be, the idea of the team was to be every time ready in the game, every time with the option in the game. And I think the team controlled these moments well, trying to arrive to the last minute with the options to change the result.
Yeah, and having Danny Ward back would be a help, presumably. What's the update on him and his injury?
He felt something yesterday. We cannot say that it was a precaution. I think he couldn't play today the game. Now, tomorrow we are going to make an scan to know if he's going to be ready or he's going to lose some days. But still, we don't know, because he feels something that makes him doesn't feel comfortable to play the game. And we'll see if it's an injury or just we need him for today game.
What kind of injury is it? Sorry.
He did something yesterday in the hamstring. He didn't feel comfortable. Just he has a negative feeling there that allow us to make the decision to don't involve him in the game and to make an scan. The hours that the doctors decide I have to do the scan to know very well if you have any injury or not.
Okay, thank you. Not to sound like a broken record, but would you be looking to bring another striker in the transfer market or another winger to help in attack?
I think we have to be very focused to all the options that we are going to need. It's like we are still open in the market. We need to analyze very well the needs of the team. The positive thing for me was that the performance of Coroma today, being in one position that was not the priority position for him, but I think he saw a good performance today on the team. This is what I have to think. And at the same time, we need to see what are the options in the market to make decisions about how we can improve that and how we can be strongest.
Yeah, thank you. What one new signing who did do well was Pippa. He did really well. I thought today was one of the better players. How were you pleased with his performance?
You know that Pipa is a player that he understands well the football. It's someone that you don't need to work a lot of time with him, make him play well. It was exactly what we were thinking of him. He showed someone with ambition to make an impact in the championship, and I think it's a player that can help us to games.
Yeah, and Josh Koroma obviously filling in for Danny Ward. How did you feel he did? He had some positive moments, I thought.
Like I say, you is like more than the something individual of the players. It's like I like first of all the collective effort that all the players did today. Like I said you before, it's like Koroma playing one position that is not his first position. He's more a player that can play more inside than as a striker. But at the same time, we know that we are going to need some players to cover a couple of positions because if you have a lot of numbers in the squad, they can give you one position, but when you have a lot of numbers, the players have to be ready to cover more than one position. And this is what is going to allow you to continue facing the game, keeping the style or keeping the idea or keeping the option to go for the game.
Yeah, and another player you just signed, Naby Sarr. What do you think he's going to bring to the team?
I think first of all, he had the experience to play in Championship because he did last year with Charlton. Now in the squad, we needed to have one left foot central back because it was something that we didn't have in the team until now was playing Romani. That it's a young player that still need to continue developing. He continued working with us, but to have the option to have a left foot central back, it's always important from that point of view. And at the same time, he has a good condition as a defender. And we will try to be now working with him, trying to make him be fit as soon as possible, trying to help the team. But you know that there is going to be a period of time where we cannot keep working in the squad.
Great. And finally, from me, has Richard Stearman said anything to the team following that error at the end there?
I don't think I wasn't in the dressing room, but I don't think he said something, and I don't think he need to say something. It's like we know that in football, sometimes we are going to have some individual mistakes. This is part of the game. What we need to do as a team is trying to protect ourselves, trying to support every player who has the mistake, trying to have a positive reaction after any mistake, because it's the only way that we have to solve the mistake and don't suffer the consequence from any point that is not working in the right way.
Great. Thanks, Carlos.
Thank you, Stephen. Is there anyone else? Yeah, okay, Richard, yeah, if you can unmute yourself and ask.
Sorry. Carlos, hi. Just to ask, the challenge, the aerial challenge on Stearman that just preceded the goal, did you think that was worthy of a red card rather than a yellow, the aerial challenge? Cantwell?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's like it's a situation that I leave with the referees to make the decision about the have to be yellow or have to be red. I honestly I didn't see well in this situation. I wasn't exactly the action, but it's like what I feel is that Steven did a good game today. Like he played with a lot of level of concentration. He only find one small mistake, but we suffered a lot from this. It's clear, but Steven today played very well and helped the team to build a performance that was positive today.
Do you think that affected Richard when he got hit in the head? Did that affect him? Do you think after that?
Maybe I honestly I don't know. I didn't talk with him. I talked with all the players. That's all. But the only thing that I know is like sometimes the mistakes are going to appear, and we need to grow. We need to learn from the mistake. We need to beat the mistakes, and we need to growing and feel stronger. The referee said that was not anything else than more than yellow card, so we need to accept. And at the same time, the player will need to be fast, ready to continue playing. I think he was ready to continue playing. That's why he continued in the pitch. I appreciate that very fast he introduced a couple of times again in the pitch, but it shows he wanted to help the team every time. He did. We watched one unfortunate situation that we couldn't solve as a team to protect and to don't receive the goal in this moment.